I am Daniel Madison. Thanks for being here. Thanks for choosing to spend a little bit of time with me when maybe you've got better things to do. Maybe not today. I finally got round to it. Today is episode 7 of the Madison Deck Review. I am finally getting around to reviewing Technique playing cards by Chris Severson. It is about time, is it not, Charlie? I am Daniel Madison. This is the Madison Deck Review, episode number 7. Yes, Technique playing cards by Chris Severson. Now, Chris sent me 2 decks of these some time ago. I've only just managed to find the time to review these. I've been really excited about these playing cards. Now, I know a little bit about these playing cards already, but I like to try and avoid finding out what I can until I do that on film, because I want you to share that experience with me. So although I know a little bit, I have an idea of the concept, I don't know it fully, so we're going to learn that together. But there's something special about these playing cards, so let's go online and find out exactly what these playing cards are all about. ChrisCSeverson.com. There's a link to this website in this video description. That's where we are right now. That's where we're looking, and it looks like these are the 2nd edition of the Technique playing cards. Technique playing cards, Camel Toe. They're not called Camel Toe edition. Technique playing cards Camel edition. Now, I've realized that there's a playing card in here. There's actually a playing card that tells you about the deck. So instead of looking for the description and looking for it on the website, because I do like how subtle the website is, but I do want to know more about the playing card. So we're going to find that card in here. I'm going to try not to look too much at the cards before I find those. Actually, there's a few cards in here worth looking at, and I think we're probably going to learn everything from these 4 ad cards. So we'll move away from the laptop and we'll get straight into the deck review. Because there's a lot of color on these playing cards, god damn it, that means we're going to have to turn off the black and white grayscale filter and go full color. Technique playing cards Camel edition. Now, before I show you the box and the deck itself, I want to take a close look at these ad cards, because this is where the information is, this is where the gold is. So ad card number 1, Technique, is a deck of cards that has been engineered for the art of cardistry. There are 5 different back designs with a rotating border of 5 pairs of colors. These color positions mark the most common edge grips for packet cuts in cardistry. In cardistry, when you break off a new packet, you reveal a new back design. The basic use of Technique is simple. Just pick a color, and you can only flourish contact in those color positions. It's simple. This forces you into random and new movements, positions and grips, helping you to create new and exciting flourishes every time you break off a new packet. Very, very interesting, and I'm sure I'm gonna have a hard time with that in a few minutes, but we'll give it a good spin. Pro tips: record what you are creating. Trust us, you won't remember that cool move that you just created. How true. There's so many times I've been there, I've done that, where you come up with some ingenious cardistry move and then you try and remember it, and you try and go back to it, and it just goes out of your mind. I think about 100% of the good cardistry things that I've created have all been forgotten. Take a break for a few days. Once you've created something, come back to it with a clear head to make it even better. That is really good advice. I'm a huge fan of that use of the ad cards. Number 4, grips. Challenge yourself by starting in the most awkward grips. That's a really good tip, actually. In fact, that's how I came up with almost all of my cardistry techniques, by looking at other people and how they were holding playing cards. And it's the same with Magic for me, I guess. With cardistry, I looked around the industry and I saw that everybody was doing the same thing, so I started holding playing cards and packets in different positions, in different grips, and just to see what would happen. So it's a really good tip. Number 5, number of packets. Call out a number of packets and make a flourish only using that number of packets. These are some great cards. I love the use of these art cards. Well done, Chris. Now without further ado, let's get to it. Let's take a close up look at Technique playing cards by Chris Sever. So now just put the cards back in the box just so that we can start fresh with the deck review. The art cards are a great idea. I love good and positive use of art cards. I do like to see gaffs in decks. Gaffs are always useful, especially for working magicians. I understand this is a deck designed for cardistry and playing card flourishes, manipulations, and all that jazz. But at the same time, I really respect you for making this deck also usable, accessible, and very useful as a normal deck of playing cards. It is designed for cardistry by a cardist, if not one of the best cardists alive today, to date. So you can see where the designs come from. You can see that this has been designed by somebody in that world, somebody who lives that. But the fact that you've paid attention and kept this open to magicians and people who use cards is a testament to you as an artist, but also it shows that you've got a lot of respect for the playing card industry and the playing card world. You've not shut anybody out, you've not kind of cut anybody out. I know that there are playing cards out there that are designed just for cardists, but I do feel, before I even look at this, that this could bleed into the hands of magicians as well as just cardists. So the box itself, once again, a trend that I like, that I'm a fan of, is this feels like a crushed stock deck, simply because I've taken 4 cards out of the ad cards and the amount of room that's left inside the box. I do think that the playing card companies should account for that. If they're gonna crush the decks, they should make the boxes smaller. It's not a big deal. I do like that little rattling sound, so I'm not gonna complain. These playing cards, let's take a look. Technique playing cards, designed and distributed by CCS Magic. I'm guessing that means Chris C. Severson Magic. Made in the USA, Camel edition, just Camel, 2018. I love the simplicity of the box, and the box kind of explains and kind of shows you what the deck's about. Once you know it's about the box, all of a sudden makes sense. It showcases the 5 colors in a very simple way. The name of the box is on there. The name of the deck is on the box twice. Very simple box that shows the back design on the back. Nothing printed on the inside. That's without knowing. That's just a guess, because why would you? Right from the beginning, looking at the faces, wow, I didn't really expect that. There's so many colors on the faces of the cards. Hearts are all kind of a nice pale green. The clubs are kind of a diarrhea mustard. God. Yeah, I'd like these. I'd like a very specific brown. I'd like diarrhea brown, please. Oh my god, what's happening to me? It's a mustard brown, somewhere between brown and yellow. The diamonds are a nice pale green too. And the spades, once again, the spades are a nice mustard colour. So all the face cards have the box around them, have a box that has all the same color patterns that looks like it replicates the back design. So what you see in the back, it's not the same pattern completely, but on every face card you have that box that goes around with different colors in the corners, which basically means whichever way up the playing cards are, you still get to see the unique and the different colors in each corner. So Ace of Spades, for example, it has blue corners, blue on every corners on the back, but when you look at the front, it's got the pale green on each corner. Really interesting idea so far. So the faces, it seems to be that much of a change, that much change to the colors, that I'm now kind of backtracking a little bit, whether or not these can be used for Magic. They obviously can be used for Magic because they have almost standard faces, apart from how they've been modified by color, but all the playing cards are there and it looks like a deck of playing cards. So they can be used obviously for Magic tricks and for Magic and the practice of Magic, but in performance I probably wouldn't ever perform a Magic trick with these because they look so bizarre. Like, you've got to imagine what a layperson, a normal person would think when they look to these playing cards. If they were to pick one of these playing cards and look at this Jack of Hearts, they will be distracted by how different it is. And a lot of lay people go straight to the first thought, which is, must be a trick deck, must be one of those special gimmick decks. So as much as I'd say that this wasn't for Magic, it really doesn't matter, because when it comes to cardistry, with all the cardistry moves that you're doing, you're going to be seeing the faces and the backs of every playing card in the deck at some point. So the fact that there's all these colors on there is going to make cardistry just look incredible and just look beautiful, depending on your skill level, obviously. Now the court cards are wild, like the colors that have been changed are quite wild. They're all kind of pale pastel, but at the same time they're vibrant when you put them together. There's a lot of yellow and orange in there mixed with the green, and there are colors in there that you wouldn't imagine go well together, but somehow when you put them all together in this deck, they work really well. The back design is really simple. A lot of negative space, which I'm a huge fan of. And the shapes, the patterns in the middle takes me back to school for some reason, reminds me of first school. This is a beautiful deck. Really happy with it, really big fan of it. I like how thin it is. They don't feel like USPC. I might be wrong though, I might be wrong. It doesn't actually say it on the box. Chris hasn't mentioned this on the box. Maybe it says on the website. But the way it feels so far, feels great. Doesn't matter who made it, it just feels great. So I'm going to put these playing cards to the use and try to come up with some new cardistry moves at the same time. Let's see how these bad boys look on film. Technique playing cards by Chris C. Severston. Now, typically you'd only see the back design changing on a deck of playing cards in a completely and obviously custom deck or a marked deck of playing cards. Now, this is a marked deck of playing cards, but for very different reasons. And I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it completely until I started using it and started flourishing with it. One of the added bonuses of all the colors changing and things being different is it makes the cardistry look even better. Like you do notice when you're practicing, when you look down and you see your own hands practicing and seeing those colors change, it does look beautiful. But at the same time, whilst I'm kind of practicing off film and trying to come up with things off film, just sit down chilling with these playing cards, I'm finding myself trying to stick to the rules because of the colors. The colors are forcing me to put my fingers only in the position where I see the blue or I see the red. It really is like, it reminds me now more, it's something more of a deck of playing cards. It kind of made me think about the Rubik's Cube and puzzles rather than just being a deck of playing cards. I found myself wanting to do different things with the deck. I was forced to do different things with the deck, and because of that, what a credit, what a testament. Well done, Chris Severson. What an amazing deck of playing cards. It simply steps out of the playing card realm. All of a sudden it becomes, I know playing cards are a toy, but it becomes a toy. It becomes something that I want more of these playing cards. I want to sit down with this deck whenever I'm not doing anything else and just try and come up with stuff. I'm really excited for the next time that I can sit down with this deck and see what I can come up with. It's a really smart idea. I'm a huge fan. When I first started making this video, I knew that there was going to be something interesting about this deck, something that I was excited about, but I didn't realize how into it I was going to be until I started using the cards, until I sat down and started practicing. What an amazing creation. Well done, Chris. Full marks. You get an I am Daniel Madison out of 10 for creating such an incredible piece of art. I do hope there's more versions of this deck on the way. If you've not done it already, I think a really nice version would be to just lose the color in the middle and just have the square, just have the box around the outside. Maybe that's something you've got planned, but whatever you do next, I'll be picking it up for sure. What an incredible deck. So I'm going to leave all the links to these playing cards in this video description. And very selfishly, I'm not going to give away this deck in this video. And I don't give a flying swear word because I want to keep it for myself. I still am going to do a deck giveaway in this video. So now I've got to find something to give away. All you have to do, let's pick some playing cards. Actually, I've got a bunch of playing cards that have been sent to me for doing deck reviews. I'm going to show some of them on this video that I'm probably not going to do full deck reviews of, and the winner who I choose in this video will get what I'm about to show you now. So let's take a look at some playing cards that have been sent to me by you guys. So these deck reviews really have become my favorite thing to do on my channel so far, and can't tell you how grateful I am to everybody who sends me playing cards for the deck reviews. I really didn't anticipate the amount of playing cards that would be coming in. And from some of the incredible artists out there who have been willing to just send me playing cards. And the way that this works, for anybody who doesn't know, there's an address. My second address is in this video description, the Tattoo Studio, Electric Pitch House Tattoo Studio. If you want me to review, or you want the chance of me reviewing or showing your playing cards on this channel, send at least 2 decks to the address, to the Tattoo Studio in this video description. One deck that I can open up, use, show on film and review, and the second deck that I can give away to somebody watching these videos. Not this time though, I'm really sorry, but I really don't care. I want to keep these for myself. But because I'm not sending the technique playing cards to anybody, we're gonna take a quick look at some of the playing cards that have been sent to me, and I'm gonna give them away to somebody watching this video. And it's a very simple idea that I do every time, and I always usually go for the funniest comment or the one that makes me smile. All you have to do is leave a comment in this video description telling me why you think I should send the playing cards to you. Simple as that. Couldn't be simpler. That's all you have to do. So I basically just grabbed a handful out of the card box to show you. Some of them strategically, some of them I'm not sure what they are. So in this huge box, actually these are pretty cool. There's a story behind these actually. When I went to pick these up from the Tattoo Studio, there was someone in there and he was like, I know you're that guy from Penn and Teller. So I opened this very deck of playing cards and showed somebody a trick of them. These are TMD by Manrag Singh. What up, Manrag? Cool name, cool deck. The Magical Deception, I think that stands for TMD. I had a nice smile on my face when I saw the core cards. I see Ryan Edwards, Eric Jones. There's some lightning around the Ace of Spades. Man, you've got to be brave to put lightning around an Ace of Spades. My boy Pete Turner is the Jack of Hearts in there. That's incredible. The Queen of Hearts looks like D. Christopher, and the King of Hearts. Thank you for making me the King of Hearts in this deck. However, I would appreciate to be the King of Diamonds next time. And it's really funny and cool to see you on the King of Clubs turban and all. Huge smile on your face. I love that. TMD playing cards. Regatta playing cards. I'm not going to open these. I'm going to save these because I do want to do a review on these playing cards. For anybody who doesn't know about these, look into them. I'm not going to say anything right now. Sirius B playing cards. I'm going to save these two because I think I want to review these. Kevin, thank you for sending me some of those. I'll say I'm going to keep all of those. We have the Barata playing card series 2, and also this box is full. Thank you so much, Adam, for sending me these. Untitled, I believe it's Jackson Pollock inspired. Again, that's something that I'm going to review in a future video, so I'm not going to show those too much just now. But the winner that I choose for the comment that wins in this video will receive, I'm going to take these aside and box them up right now, 2 Untitled, the second edition, 2 Untitled playing cards, 2 decks of the Magical Deception Manrag Sing. I'm going to give you the Barata Series 2 deck. I'm going to keep these to myself. In fact, yeah, I'll keep these to myself. And I'm going to throw in, just for fun, Madisonist playing cards. And I'm going to open this right now and sign the pink Madisonist playing cards. So that's all for now. I hope you had fun with me today. I certainly had a good laugh. I'll see you very soon. I've got a lot of good news on the way about playing cards. The next deck review, I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't know what it is. It's going to be a mystery deck review. Right now, I am Daniel Madison. Thanks for spending some time with me. I really do appreciate it. I will see you next time.